Hey everyone, this is Hybrid Windex bringing you another video. Today we'll be talking about multiplayer only video games. We'll be talking about games like Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Destiny, and probably even Division. Nah, I don't know if I talk about Division too much. We'll leave that one out a little bit. Well, let's just start with Rainbow Six Siege. First of all, I'm not saying that Rainbow Six Siege sucks. I think it's a very interesting game and the multiplayer is decently well made. My problem is that it actually has potential to have a campaign story in it, but the developers decided that they weren't going to put one in, which kind of makes me upset because I honestly don't like to play multiplayer all the time, and I know there's people out there that don't like to play multiplayer all the time either. So that kind of deters away the people that want to play single player games because there's no single player game. I know you get those situations, but that's really not a single player. That's just little mini operation things that MW2 had that you could play by yourselves, which I think it should have been co-op. I don't know why they're not co-op, but anyway, I think that Rainbow Six Siege is an okay game. But the problem is there's nothing to go to after you do multiplayer after a while. I mean, you still got Terror Summit, but technically that's still a multiplayer type game mode. Yeah, you can play by yourself and make it like a mini horde game, but that's not, to me, a single player game. And that's going to be really discussion on a lot of these things, is that there's no single player games out there anymore. That ain't even really great. I mean, you got some RPGs that are decent, but a lot of times you got to put a lot of time in those games to actually make it decent, like Skyrim and Fallout and all that stuff. And the average person don't have time for that. They gotta work. They gotta take care of their families. They gotta do things. We don't have time to put hours and hours on a video game like that. And that's why I don't know why they don't make games like that anymore. Like just single player games. Call of Duty had a good single player campaign like with Modern Warfare series. It was great. But lately they just seem like, oh, we're gonna put all their money towards multiplayer and just screw single player and put a half ass into it. I think the only reason they put single player in is so they just wouldn't make it an all multiplayer game. They should just, honestly, the way they've been doing, they should just make it an all multiplayer game and screw it. Then you got your games like Destiny and stuff that, yeah, it's a story multiplayer game, but it's just still multiplayer. It is really not fun to play by yourself. Honestly, I really can't play those games by myself because I get bored. It just seems like the game drags on. It's a co-op game that you have to play with your friends, and that's fine too. Co-op games are fun, but I don't want a game that has to strictly rely on co-op multiplayer all the time. I would like to have a jump in, jump out kind of thing. Like Gears of War. Gears of War is an amazing story. It has a co-op campaign, and your friend can jump in and jump out whatever time he wants. And it's a great story. And they have an okay multiplayer, and they got horde mode. And that game is amazing. They don't have to have just be multiplayer to be good. Which, God, I hope they don't never have just multiplayer. I would not play that game. But anyways, they don't need to. They don't need it to be multiplayer. They can make up a good story and sell amazingly. Lately, these game companies think that, oh, everybody just wants to play multiplayer, and that's what we're gonna go to. Which is okay, but that's not okay for everybody else. Not everyone wants to sit there and just play with people online. I think everybody online sometimes is very annoying. I like to just play by myself. And there's some people out there, I mean, not everybody's going to agree with me that, oh, play by yourself, what's the point of playing games? Well, I like to enrich stories. Me and my friend always argue about this. I like the enrich story kind of game. And then I like to have a little multiplayer on the side. But I don't like just strictly multiplayer. And I kind of like maybe strictly single player campaign a little bit, like Dead Space, and I can't think of anything else right this second. They're just single player, but they're not mass open world single player, they're just single player. I like those kind of games to a point, but I wish there was more to them. And then you got your games like Overwatch and Battleborn stuff. Overwatch is fun, but there's no real story to it. It's just an online battle arena game. It's okay, but there's just people that take it too seriously, and it ruins the fun for other people. If there was like a story campaign, I could go in there and play that, but of course there's not. So all I am stuck was playing a bunch of haters and people that want to take the game too seriously. So there's got to be a point to where there's multiplayer that's good, and there's gonna be a single player. These developers just got to balance the game out for both people. So hopefully in 2017, video game companies will start making games like that. You can take a look at Titanfall 2. That game had a great campaign and a great multiplayer. I wish more companies would do that. But lately they don't want to. Like, you can look at Battlefield. They had just multiplayer, and they have a really, really small campaign. You could beat that campaign in maybe 2-3 hours tops. And then they have a massive online multiplayer that everybody decides that they want to play more than the campaign, which is fine and all. I mean, that's what Battlefield is. But also, I like this having a rich storyline. They could have done a lot more to that storyline to Battlefield 1's campaign to make it a real nice World War 1 campaign. But they just decided that they're going to only focus on the multiplayer, and that's it. We'll just throw a little bit of campaign in for a okay storyline. And I mean okay, not the greatest, it was okay. And that's why am I going to pay $60 for a half-assed video game? Why am I gonna pay $60 for Seed? Why am I gonna pay $60 for Overwatch? Why pay $60 for a game that only focuses on multiplayer? You're selling me half a game, and that makes a lot of people mad because why are you paying full price for something that you can only do half in? And then they're gonna sell you add-ons for outrageous price. They should give you that for free. At least the only thing I could say that a lot of these online only games are at least giving you free DLC. If they start charging for DLC, I think it would be a little ridiculous. Call of Duty still charges for DLC, and so does Battlefield. But I guess that they could say that, oh, well, we have story, we got zombies, we got multiplayer, I guess we can sell you more stuff. But whatever. Titanfall 2 has campaign and multiplayer, but they don't even have a season pass. They're giving all your DLC for free. So I don't know anymore. It's just that I think what the problem is, developers are lazy. They don't want to come up with a new and improved storyline, and that disappoints me. So I hope in the new year that they bring out some decent storyline games. I see that they're bringing out Last of Us Part 2. I saw another game that looks like a zombie game. Looks pretty neat. It's only a single player game. I really hope this year's better. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. May just give up on the world. Maybe Call of Duty hopefully be good this year. Who knows? But leave a like, comment, leave me your thoughts below. What do you think about online only games? And we can share our comments and thoughts together, and you know, hopefully maybe if you guys like single player games, maybe we can hopefully make the developers bring back story player games. So that's all I got to say for today. Hybrid out.